Hi guys, it's Winters. I've had this book for a little while now, so some of the changes are beginning to stand out, and in this review I'm going to tell you about some of the changes to the datasheets and some of the changes to the points values. Now, the new Games Workshop have been very generous by allowing some of us YouTubers to get our hands on some of these products a little bit early, and someone in Games Workshop head office made a mistake and sent me one of these. I did sign an NDA, and if I go through this in detail showing you data sheets and points values prior to this getting released, then it will be the last favour they ever do me. So I'm sorry to say, for those who really want to see the data sheets in full, I'm not going to open this book. I'm just going to run through some of the changes that I've seen. Sorry about that. I don't want a lawyer knocking down on my door. However, I am going to tell you about some of these changes because I've gotten a lot of questions from a lot of different viewers saying, what about this and what about this and what about this? So I'm going to start off with the bad stuff and then we're going to finish with the good stuff. Also, I want to say if you're looking for the new stuff, the Repulsor, the Redemptor, Hellblasters, things like that, I covered them roughly in the previous review video. This is for the stuff that you guys already know. Data sheets and models that are already existing. So from the top, Khan has lost Moondraken. Khan, the captain of the White Scars, can't ride around on a bike anymore. It's gone. Dreadnoughts, heavy weapons sections. They've lost their twin heavy flamer, twin heavy bolter, and wait for it, they've lost the twin autocannon. You can no longer swap the gun arm on a dreadnought for an autocannon, and you can no longer swap the fist arm on a dreadnought for a twin autocannon as well. The only weapon that you can swap on the fist arm is a missile launcher, and on the gun arm, basically no more twin rifle dreads. The rifle dreads are gone. There's no entries for autocannons in here, and the stats aren't in here as well. Other things missing, sergeants can't take combi gravs, and honor guards only come with power axes only. They can't take relic blades, thunder hammers, things like that. Just power axes in their close combat weapon. The chapter chaplain as well, chapter champion used to be a bit of a chocolate box, could take fists, thunder hammers, power swords, all that sort of stuff. The champion now only comes with a champion's blade and a power sword. Those are things that have changed on the data sheets. Let's mention Tigris as well, Chief Librarian Tigris. Beforehand, it used to be -1 to hit him when you were shooting at him with his Master of Prescience. Now he can chuck that out to a unit 6 inches away, and that unit will be -1 to hit that unit. His Master of Prescience abilities, he buffs it out. That's a good one. Let's do some more bad ones. Here's a list of the units that are not in here, the data sheets that are not in here. Let's count them off. The Land Raider Excelsior, Tyrannic War Veterans, the Terminus Ultra, the Imperial Marine, Librarian on a bike, Tech Marine on a bike, Chaplain on a bike, Apothecary on a bike, Chapter Ancient on a bike, Company Champion on a bike, and Company Veterans on bikes. There's 11 data sheets that are not in here. You can't zip around with an Apothecary on a bike anymore healing people. Basically, librarians, tech marines, chaplains, apothecaries, company ancients, company champions, company veterans on bikes are not here, as well as the Imperial Marine, which is really annoying because I like him. So just to be clear, those dreadnought weapon options are missing from this book here, and those data sheets are missing from this book here. If you don't use this book because you're a Space War player or Blood Angels, then you probably still have access to them. And if you've got the Index Imperium thingy bob from Forge World, the one with all the Astartes options in it, I believe the dreadnought weapon options are in that Forge World book. They're just not in here. Now on to some good stuff. Beforehand there was just Primaris Lieutenants. Now you can make a lieutenant from your old school Space Marine. I believe Primaris Lieutenants are 70 points, but you can just pull out one of your old models, a non-Primaris model, and make him a lieutenant for 60 points. Now let's go into points costs changes. There's a couple of big changes. The person to Rupert Gulliman's still the same, and Fire Raptors, Storm Ravens are still the same. Most of the weapon systems in the points have not dropped in value. Most of the weapon systems cost the same points. A couple of big exceptions, however. The Hunter is staying the same price. That's the tank with the Sky Spear missile launcher that shoots down flyers. He's still the same price, but the Sky Spear missile launcher is free. That used to be 30 points. So the Hunter has taken a 30-point reduction, but he's not the biggest hitter. Marnius Calgar is 50 points cheaper than he used to be, and his stats are exactly the same. And then the Ironclad is -40 points from where he used to be before. And the weapon upgrades on the Ironclad still cost the same. So you can run an Ironclad around for 40 points cheaper. Use your Librarian skill, Master of... 1 minute, let me check. Said I wouldn't show you the inside of the book, but sod it. Mighty Hero Psychic Power, chuck that on your Ironclad Dreadnought and put it up to Toughness 9 because it's +1 toughness. And if he's got 2 close combat weapons, he'll have 6 attacks as well. So Calguard's cheaper, Ironclad's cheaper, Hunter is 30 points cheaper, Chaplain Cassius is 40 points cheaper, Empress Champion 33 points cheaper, Sergeant Kronos 23 points cheaper, Captain in Terminator Armor -17 points, Telion's +14. He's one of the only things in there that's a plus, Sergeant Tellion. Hellblasters are also +2. That's the new guys with their plasma incinerators. These guys here. But plasma incinerators have dropped 2 points, so they're exactly the same. Librarians down 2 points, Champions down 5 points. Sternguard are the same, but the special issue bolt gun is down by 1 point. That means Sternguard running around with special issue bolt guns at 18 points a pop. And their special issue bomb guns being able to fire 30-inch range at -2 AP. That's the same minus as on a missile launcher. And their rapid fire, 10 of these jumping out the side of a Rhino puts down 20 shots, strength 4, -2 AP. There's a stratagem in here, it costs 1 point, and it increases the wound rolls of Sternguard by 1. So at strength 4, they're wounding on 3s, but on strength anything with a strength value of 5, they're wounding on 4s. Strength value of 6, they're wounding on 4. Strength value of 7, they'll be wounding on 4s. Sternguard shooting rhinos and vehicles with a toughness of 7, typically 5s to wound, will be wounding them on 4s with a -2 AP. They'll be better at killing vehicles than a missile launcher, and 18 points a pop. I can see Sternguard coming. Bikes are -6 points, attack bikes -10 points, Inceptors, the new jumpy guys. These bad boys here, they went down 15 points, and assault blasters are still the same, 15 points, significantly cheaper. Land speeders -10 points, drop pods -10 points, land speeder storm -10 points. And there's probably a few more changes in here that I've missed, but those are the most significant changes. Changes to the data sheets, some of the weapon options that you used to be able to take, you can't take any more, but the majority of the units that have changed in points value have gone down, and some of them have gone down significantly. Don't know if I mentioned, but Rupert Guilliman is still the same points cost value. Okay, that's it. Information overload. Hopefully this answers all the questions that I've been getting, or the majority of the questions that I've been getting. One big information dump there. Wanted to make this video short and as sweet as possible. Certainly tick that box. Probably annoyed a bunch of people, including Games Workshop, for letting too much hang out there. Anyway, thank you very much for everyone who's tuning in and listening, watching, subscribing. Thank you for all your questions, and happy wargaming.